All right. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, folks. I hope we are all doing pretty good today. It's been quite the busy day for me. So we're going to do a quick stream. Because I've got some other things and other plans. Ow, I just banged my knee. Other things and other plans with friends later today, but we've got a few little things that we need to continue to do with our heavy arms kit here. Let me adjust this camera a little bit. There we go. So, let's see. That I think is all right. That's still coming through. Just checking some things on my end over here. Some back end stuff, a little bit of housekeeping, you understand. Speaking of housekeeping, I went and, if you notice, my knuckles are a little bit raw. You can really see it on this hand, right here and here. And a little bit across these knuckles, a little bit right there. I started reading a manga. Also, cooling down with a nice Boss coffee, cold brew. I'm a big fan. Ever since I went to Japan, I've become a big fan of the Boss coffee. Big fan. We'll get some of that action going. But yeah, I started started reading a manga by the author of Kengan Ashura, and all that good stuff. As well as, funnily enough, how heavy are the dumbbells you lift? Which is it's an interesting time. I think that's how I'll put it. But I started reading that, and it's also an interesting time, but it's also very, very cool. And if you are familiar with Kengan and any of that stuff in that verse, you will know that there is, it's centered around fighting, specifically a lot of underground fighting. Kind of Baki the Grappler-esque. And I'm enjoying it quite a lot. I think the fighters are really, really cool. They're absolutely they're insane. They're insane, man. It's exactly what you would expect. Which I personally would not have any other way going into that manga. But it has kind of rekindled a little bit of my love for martial arts, and just make me want to get back in the gym. So that is what I've been doing. I've gotten back in the gym a little bit today. Did a little bit of the old kickboxing, as it were. Let's get our runners out that we're gonna need here. Got my snips over here. So I was doing that and having a grand old time. Sucking wind something fierce, though, because I am definitely out of shape for that cardio-wise, even though I'm a lot stronger. That is a whole nother level of moving and grooving, I'll tell you, man. Man, was it fun, though. This little fact about me that you guys probably don't know, I don't think I've mentioned it before. I am actually, formerly a fighter. Now, please understand, nothing crazy, the most amateur of amateur, but still, I did it. I got in the ring several times and threw hands with people, and it was super, super fun. And, well, I don't know if I'll ever fight again. Probably not. Honestly, it'd probably be smarter for me not to, because I have not been kind to my body, and I've got a fair few injuries on the old wheels. But man, was it fun. I would not trade that time or those memories for anything, man. Fun fact as well, on a similar note, I once got injured so bad I had to get surgery. And this was when I was in college. And when I was going to college, I had no family nearby at all. So if you ever see him in chat, one of my good IRL friends will occasionally be in chat, and he ended up helping to and from. As, ooh, come on, camera. There we go. We still here? Still here? There we go. I think we're good now. I think he still has a picture of me from the surgery as the contact image in his phone, which is pretty funny. I like that guy. He's got a funny sense of humor. Let's see, D8. But yeah, so I was reading that, and I'm a big fan of muscles, specifically women with muscles. And if you're a fan of that too, you might be interested. That's all I'm gonna say. There's a couple characters in there that are pretty nice, is what I'll say. But all that to say, I am really enjoying it so far. It is definitely very Kangen, very Baki, in that it's ridiculous and over the top in the most entertaining and fun way possible. And that is something that I do quite value. I enjoy it a lot. Sometimes you want something that's a little bit more serious, a little bit more down to earth and grounded. And there actually is a fighting manga for that. It's called All Rounder Meguru. And especially if you are actually a fighter, I highly recommend it. It's great. It's about a guy who starts getting into fighting, and a couple of different people in his life that also do that. And it's really, really, really good. Unfortunately, I believe it is on hiatus, and I don't know if it is ever going to get finished. So be prepared going into that, where you're only going to get a little bit of the story. And there's not very good prospects of it being finished, at least anytime soon. Ooh, did I need to put that in beforehand? I did, didn't I? I am a fool. A fool, I say. Backwards. Now let's see if I end up accidentally getting myself here. Trying to get this part back out. We'll be alright. Hopefully. Come on then. Come on. Get out of there. What are you doing? Ow. Whoa! Part went flying. Where'd he go? I got it. Gotta use the old grippers to get it though. Went flying off across the road. The road. Oh my goodness. Across the room. I hope you guys saw that, because that gave me a good little shock. Alright. So, if we remember how to read, which, every now and then I am not the best at, I will freely admit. Okay, and that is going to be going out. We hit it together beforehand. Then cinch it down like so. Where's my pin at? There we go. Yeah, a little marker. Mark that up. Those are done. We need a couple things out of the D runner. Oh my goodness, I didn't even say which part we're doing now. So there's going to be these big missile pods, right? These big missile boxes. And they are going to go along the legs around here of the heavy arms kit, which would be pretty sick. As you might be able to tell, I do quite like ridiculous things. I think they're quite fun. Let's see. 3 and 2. So a lot of the Gundam wing mechs suit me very fine in that regard, which is part of why I do quite like the mechs, even if I don't as much like the show itself. Oh, did I cut out the wrong one? Oh, I did. Oh, okay, never mind. We're that D3. All right, we're gonna put these in order again. All right, so that's D1 or D2 rather. Yep, that's D2. This is D3. We're gonna need D13. Where's that? It's gonna be over here. One of these. I haven't used these before. Let's get that over here. So that one's gonna be D13. I know that's hard to see on this white. Actually, I can move this down a little bit. Put it over here. This over here. Alright guys, so remember, we have D1, we've got D3, and we got D13. Help me remember that, okay? Help me remember that, and we'll be alright. Also, why the heck is the camera not wanting to refresh very well? It's kind of funky. Oh, disconnected. Why is it wanting to disconnect and then reconnect? That's not very cool. It's not very cool at all. There we go. We got a little bit better. There we go. I think we're doing a little bit better now. Alright. Got our D parts, so we need XB. Let's grab one of our XB runners. Man, what is going on with this camera today? I don't know what I did to deserve this, but it is upset. Go. I'm just going to ignore it and keep forging ahead. Alright, so we need 33 and 31. Man, we're really getting down to the wire now as far as parts go. That one. Maybe 31. Alright, this is getting a little bit silly. Give me a second here, and I'm going to try and restart this camera. This is really not wanting to work. Alright, hold on. Might need to continue with a little bit of messing around with stuff here. I apologize for the black screen here. I know that is not the most engaging stuff to watch. All right. Let's see how it's going to work now. There we go. We're fixing text issues on the fly today, folks. I apologize for it being a little bit interesting, as it were. I'm really trying not to make this not too bad, but fortunately we're only going for a short stream today anyhow. How are we looking at time too? Okay, we're not doing too bad on time. Alright, so let's get these bad boys snapped together real quick. We can take our D3. We're going to take XB32. Oh, did I get 31 or 32? Why is my screen black? Oh, I need 32. I got 31. Put that over there. Take 32 here. Now that we've got the right part. I'm getting distracted with all this shenanigans going on. I'll tell this camera to cut it out, man. I ain't about it. I ain't about it one bit. Put that in there. It's got a very, very hard to see little bit. Let's see. So I've got this piece. I've got D2. Or at least I should. Okay, yes. I could put this in here. That's a fiddly bit. That's a really fiddly bit. Alright. And we can take the 33 and or XB33 and D13 here. These should go together like so. And that'll be the other actually moving cover for this missile box on the heavy arms. Ooh, let's see if I can get it together. There we go. So it'll cover up like that. Then it'll come back open like so. Alright, so then we got to do another one of these for the other missile box here. That's going to go on one of our legs. But you can see this here. That's going to be the missile box. And then the rest are going to sit on top there. Let's put that there. Make sure it's nice and safe. Not going to run away from me, because one thing that I'm 99% sure other Gunpla enjoyers experience, but I don't know. So if you're out there and this is your similar experience, please let me know. Please help assuage my fears of plastic running off. But it seems like a lot of parts, if I leave it for a second and I don't look at it, it's going to try and run away from me. Not a fan of that. Not a fan one bit. And it's every time. Okay, D13, another one of these covers. Alright. Then we need XP33, which we've got. D1. Alright. Parts going flying everywhere. Alright, so this is D1. This is D13. Alright, you guys gotta help me remember, alright? D1's over there. D13's over here. Then we need D4. If I can learn to read, that would also be pretty cool. Clip that out. Clip that out. Then let's be smart and grab the part so it doesn't go flying across the room. D4. Alright. I think that one came out a little bit rough, so let's give it a little bit of love with our penknife here. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Again, practice safe knife handling, guys. But at the same time, if you're here, I'm assuming you're an adult, and as an adult, you can pull the blade towards you. We're not in kindergarten anymore, guys. And that's how you get a little bit more accurate cuts. It's a lot easier to control how deep you're going with your penknife when you're cutting into plastic. It helps reduce a lot of the stress marks on plastic that you'll see. Alright, so we can mark this off. We can assemble our bits. Take D13 and XB33 here. Snap that bad boy together. take this and the little ball joint there, or well, not ball, it's more of a hinge joint, I suppose, wouldn't it be? Kind of hard to see that there. It would be more of a hinge. We'll go through that. Take this. Joint's going to go this way. That'll snap into there. This will snap into here. There we go. And those will then open, like so. Let me take these, put them on top of these, this way, so they don't, oh, no. Yes, the single ones. Ooh, no, we need to put these on differently, don't we? Well, maybe not. Maybe that's how they're supposed to go. Bam. There you go. Seat. There you go. There you go. Actually, yeah, I think we need to flip this one around. Or do I need to put this on the other way? Let me put this one on that way. Well, maybe not. No, because those boxes have to go that way. So I'm going to put that one on there. No, it'd still go the same way. Or maybe not. There we go. That works a little bit better. There you go. Let's see. There's the missile tubes. And we can close them back up. There we go. Alright. So if we take our boy, it's going to be our right leg, if I remember right. Haha. Leg. Stick that right there, and it'll sit along the curve of the leg to where we can open this up and just absolutely unleash hell with all these missiles. Isn't that freaking cool, man? It's freaking cool, isn't it? I like that. Alright, let's get this other leg's missile box done. Suntory Boss Coffee. Big fan. Not sponsored. I doubt I'll ever be sponsored. But Suntory, if you ever see this, and you want somebody in America to show your stuff, I got you, homie. I have got you. Alright. So we're just going to use the same stuff on the other side. So D6 and D7. It's going to be our missile boxes. D6 there. Oh, it goes tumbling away. Keeps tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down. There's a great rendition of Kom Sussertod by Platina Jazz, by the way. If you've not heard that or heard Platina Jazz in general, I highly recommend them. They're a Swedish jazz group, and they typically do songs out of anime or featured in anime. So, of course, they've done Kom Sussertod. They've done Fly Me to the Moon because, you know, who hasn't at least heard of Evangelion at this point? It's one of those icons, even if you don't like it. Like me, which I know. It's a stunning and brave position to take. Might get me crucified online. But it is true. I am not a huge Eva fan. But beyond that, I mean, they've done a little bit of everything. They've done a really, really cool kind of... Oh, how would I describe it? It's a bit kind of like a super rough and sensual, intimate sounding rendition of the Sailor Moon opening. They've done the real folk blues and a really, really cool Latin beat kind of deal. They've done Galaxy Express 999, the opening for that, which is really good and super swingy. Like da 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 da. Really, really good. They've done Saint Seiya. I think they've done a couple of. I think they've done Zin Zin Zins, if I remember right. Don't quote me on that one. I think they have though. They've done the opening of Standalone Complex. If you're a Ghost in the Shell fan, they've got a little bit of everything for everybody. So I cannot recommend them enough. And even if you're not a big freaking nerd like I am, if you're just into good music, but especially if you're into jazz, you're going to enjoy their music. I think I am very, very safe in saying so, and I'm very confident in that opinion. Whoa! Come back here, you. Alright. There we are. Got the other missile box ready. Now we just need to get the other parts for it. Actually, I can mark off this one because we are actually working on this side now. We've got this done. So we need some more D parts. More like a D's nuts. Ha! Got him. Alright, we need 4. We're going to need 1 and 13. Let's go ahead and grab 1. This is going to be 1. Let's move this out of the way. 1. This is going to be 4. Alright, you guys remembered for me? We're going to need 13. Where's 13? It's sitting way down here at the bottom. This is going to be a very, very quick runner to get through. Oh dear. I'll put this up here. Alright. Let's clean it up a little bit. This is not too bad, actually. Not too bad. Clean that up a little bit. Clean this up a little bit. Do that. Alright. Then we need the XP runners. Actually, we need a different XP runner because this one is empty. Well, not completely empty. There's still... Whoa! That was crazy. Hey. Who the heck did that, huh? Alright, let's see here. That's freaking crazy, man. Shoot this over a little bit. Alright. So, actually, I want to move this up a little bit. Just a little bit, though. Move this like that. Down just slightly. Hey, there we go. There we go. Let me actually grab this runner out from there. Because apparently that's a hazard. Alright. Again, I apologize about all the technical difficulties today, folks. But I hope you're enjoying it regardless. I'm just here to have a good time. Let me get that other runner we need. Come here. There we go. And so for this first one, we need 31 and 33. After we finish this up, hey, Mr. Flames, what's up, my dude? Yeah, I am actually building the Master Grade. It's the Master Grade kit right now, which is pretty cool. I would like to get a a high grade kit just so I can play around with it a little bit more, and do some more like custom work on it, and like do custom paint job stuff on it, that sort of thing. Be able to kit bash with it without feeling bad about tearing up a master grade kit. Let's see, 33. Had a little bit of a rocky start with it, but it was still pretty cool overall. The chest was, I don't know if you've built it, man, but the chest was a little bit funky. I don't know if you had that experience as well. I feel like a lot of master grade kits have one or two things about them that are a little bit funky, you know what I mean? But that's alright, it's part of the fun, right? Alright, let's grab D4. Go ahead and slap this together too while we're at it, so we don't lose those little bitty parts. Alright. Big missile tube cover is going to go here. Little one is going to go down here, like so. Alrighty. And we're going to do the second one. Bam. 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 Alright, actually let's move this bad boy out of the way so we don't mistake it for anything as I smack my mic. Alright, we got D2. Then we need 13 and 3, which are incidentally the last parts in this runner, so I don't know why I'm even checking. Just in the habit, you know. Some runners can be a little bit deceptive, especially if they're massive ones that have a bunch of stuff going on. Because you'll think you're done, and then there's that one little small bit that's in the very corner or right next to one of the joints to where it doesn't look like it's actually part of the kit. So you got to be careful with them. Alright. Get that going. Get some of this going. Have any? Yeah, it's got a burr on it right there. Trim that up there a little bit. Alright. Then we get the old handy dandy XP runner out again. It's like right here. I know we got to use these over here in go back this way. There we go. Right here. But there's also this piece right here, which we've yet to use. So I can't quite go and throw this runner out quite yet in the pile of victory. Moving from the pile of shame to the pile of victory. Alright, this is going to be 32 right here. Alright guys, you guys will remember for me, right? This is 32. Let's not overcut on that one. Alright, this is going to be 33. You guys got my back, right? So over here. Alright. Take this. This is the small one. Take this, because it's the big one. You need to put the window, or put it into the windowed part of that. Also, what in the two who is playing? Not about that one. Yeah, we'll do that. Opening for Imperishable Night. Alright. Take this. I'm going to go in this one. This one in here. Take this. Put that there. And this should slot in right beside it. Yeah, baby. Now we're cooking. We take our big boy here. Slot it into the connector joint, or joint, but slot, rather. Right there. There we go. Look at our boy. Look at our boy. He's all grown up now. So then we can open up these. A little bit. Open that up. Open that up. Open these bad boys up. I learned how to use my hands. Hey, now we're looking like a heavy arms kit now. Let's move this out of the way so you guys can actually see with some decent color behind it. So we got all that on the legs, right? Let's move the arms down a little bit so it's easier to see. Then we can open up the shoulders, which is ridiculous, by the way. This is crazy work. Right? So we got shoulders, we got legs. Then check this shit out. This is pretty freaking cool right here. Then we can go into the chest right here, man. Go into the chest right here. Open that up too. Not the chest miniguns. Check all that business out, dude. Check all that business out. The dude is strapped. He's got missile pawns up here. He's got 3 on each shoulder. These boxes. He's got chain guns or miniguns in the chest. He's got freaking... Look at all that. He's got all those missiles down there too. This dude's freaking cool, man. Love the heavy arms. Love the heavy arms. Alright. Let's get him all closed back up and tidied up here. Alright. And I do apologize for the shorter stream today. I'm about to get out of here. But I think it is important to make time for your hobbies. If you will allow me a little bit of real talk here for a moment before I beat feet out of here. Having just started my new job, which is going great so far. It was my first day at my new job, and I like the people I'm working with so far. I think they're great. I think the company is going to be a pretty good fit, at least I hope so. But I do know myself, and I do know it's very easy for me to forego a lot of things in the pursuit of my career. So just even taking this, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that, to do a couple bits of the heavy arms kit with you guys. And look at this boy. Who would not want to spend time with this boy? Is really good for me, and I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, Mr. Flames, down there in the comments section. It was pretty cool of you to pop in and say hi. I hope you enjoyed the little bit of the stream you got, and I hope to be doing this with you guys for a long time. Whether it's Mecha, Gunpla building, whether it's other model kits, whether it's playing Toho, whether it's playing Dark Souls or anything else, or any other games, because I do just whatever the heck I want. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys, get into your hobbies. And even if you have your hobbies already, I hope you guys continue to enjoy your hobbies, even with the rest of the stuff that goes on in life. All right, I've done enough dad advice. I've done enough real talk. That's not what you guys are here for anyway. So I appreciate you always. Do a little heart hands. Do the Korean idol thing. You could do my personal favorite. Ooh, if I can remember how to do it. I gotta do it that way. Yeah, I gotta use the middle fingers. And I will see you guys on the flip side. And I appreciate you all, and I hope you have a lovely week. I intend to stream tomorrow, probably some Toho again, Toho 19. So I hope to see you guys there. I appreciate you all. Stay chill. Peace.